Welcome back, deep divers. You ready for this? Today is seriously inspiring. We're
Definitely.
diving into the incredible life story of Oprah Winfrey.
Absolutely. And I think it's a story that a lot of people think they know,
Right.
but we're gonna dig a little deeper today.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
go beyond just, the rags to riches narrative.
Exactly. I mean, everyone knows Oprah, right?
Yeah.
Media mogul, talk show
Apple
queen.
icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did she get there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
what
question.
was that journey? We're going
Yeah.
to find out today. We're going to unpack how she went from facing, really extreme poverty and abuse
Yeah.
in rural Mississippi to becoming this global icon.
Yep. An inspiration to millions.
Exactly. And to do this, we're going to be diving into excerpts from a biography titled Oprah Winfrey, From Poverty to Global Icon.
Great book.
And just to give you a little taste, we're going to be covering stuff like her incredible love for books as a kid,
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
her relationship with her father, which was pretty, I guess, motivating but strict.
Yeah. Definitely a strong influence in her life.
Yeah, and even her work, founding the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa.
Incredible.
So are you ready to jump in?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, so let's rewind the clock.
Way back.
Way back to 1954,
Okay.
rural Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oprah's born into, real poverty here.
Really tough circumstances, single teenage mother.
Right.
They were living in poverty. There was abuse and neglect that she faced.
Yeah, and in the biography, it actually mentions that for the first 6 years of her life, she was primarily raised by her grandmother.
Yeah.
And even sadly during this time, she experienced sexual abuse.
Really awful start to life.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking to think about what she went through, but what's amazing is that even amidst all of this hardship,
Yeah.
she finds solace and escape in two things: reading and public speaking.
It's like those two things became her outlet,
Totally, yeah.
her escape.
And it's fascinating to see how those early passions actually become the foundation for her future career.
It's like they planted the seeds
Exactly.
for how she connects with people, even today.
Absolutely.
Now, fast forward to when she's 14, big change happens, right?
Huge.
She moves to Nashville to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey.
Yeah, that move to Nashville was a turning point in her life for sure.
Definitely. And the biography really paints this picture of Vernon as this really strict disciplinarian.
Oh, yeah. He was a former military man, turned barber.
Yeah.
So he had this very disciplined approach to life.
But it seems like he really instilled in her the importance of education and hard work, right?
Oh, absolutely. He really believed that education was the key to a better life. He pushed her academically, had her recite vocabulary words,
Wow.
passages every week.
Like quizzes and tests and stuff.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. He had high expectations. And, I think that rigor combined with Oprah's natural talent helped her secure a full scholarship to Tennessee State University.
That's amazing. So that's where she studied communications.
Right.
You can see everything's starting to come together.
Her pieces are falling into place.
Right. But, even with this amazing foundation, her entry into television wasn't immediate success, right?
Well, not all stories are like that.
Yeah.
She starts out in local news,
Yeah.
works her way up,
Right.
and then when the Oprah Winfrey Show launches in 1986, it wasn't an instant hit.
So she gets her own show, but it's not working right away.
Not at first, no. And the biography talks about how in the early days of her talk show, she tried to kind of emulate, the polished, almost distant style of other talk show hosts at the time.
Oh, interesting.
But it wasn't authentic to her.
Right.
It didn't work.
So what changed?
Well, the turning point came when the producers encouraged her to tap into her own experiences,
Okay.
her own vulnerabilities.
To be more herself.
Exactly. And that's when the show found its magic.
So it became less about interviewing
Yeah.
and more about connecting.
Exactly. She created a space where honesty and vulnerability were not just accepted, but celebrated.
And that's what people really connected with.
Absolutely. Oprah's willingness to share her own struggles, her difficult childhood, her weight battles. She put it all out there.
Wow.
And it made her relatable. Suddenly, viewers saw her not just as a celebrity, but as someone who understood their own challenges.
Someone who'd been there.
Exactly.
So she becomes this, she explodes, right?
Yo, yeah. Phenomenal success.
Cultural force.
Breaking barrier.
First African-American woman to host a nationally syndicated talk show.
And eventually, she builds this massive media empire.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, and this is something the biography really dives into. Her impact goes way beyond television.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, her philanthropic work is just incredible.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
The Oprah Winfrey Foundation.
Focused on empowering women and children globally.
Yeah.
And then there's the Oprah Winfrey Operating Foundation, which supports a ton of different educational initiatives. I mean, both demonstrate a deep commitment to making the world a better place.
And then there's the school, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't forget about the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa.
Founded in 2007, providing this world-class education to underprivileged girls.
It's amazing.
It's really a testament to her belief in the power of education.
Oh, absolutely. And what's really striking about the Leadership Academy is that it's not just about academics for Oprah.
Right.
She's personally invested. She visits regularly,
Wow.
mentors the students.
It's amazing.
It's really an example of how she uses her influence to make a real tangible difference in the lives of these young women.
It's so inspiring. But it makes me wonder, like, how much of her business success, building this empire,
Yeah.
fueled her ability to give back on this grand scale.
Right.
Was there ever a tension between the two?
That's a really good question. And it's true, Oprah's wealth definitely allows her to support the causes she's passionate about in a big way.
Yeah.
But, the biography shows that even before she had all this wealth and success, she was still giving back.
Really?
She was involved in community work and philanthropy.
Interesting.
It seems like it's always been a core part of who she is.
That's pretty amazing, that consistency.
Yeah.
It's incredible to think about her journey, from finding comfort in those books as a little girl in Mississippi
Yeah.
to creating this school for girls in South Africa. It's really powerful.
Absolutely.
It really shows how she uses her voice to uplift and empower people.
Yeah.
Thinking about it all, it makes you wonder, like, what would you ask Oprah?
That's a good one.
Yeah. If you had the chance. What part of her story, resonates with you the most?
It's hard to choose, but I think for me, it's just that it challenges all of us, to think about the impact we want to have on the world
Yeah.
and how we can use our own experiences, even the tough ones, to connect with others.
And to inspire.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It really has.
And for anyone who wants to, keep exploring, keep digging into Oprah's work and her story, I highly recommend checking out her books, her shows, even the websites for her foundations.
There's so much to discover there.
Exactly. A wealth of inspiration and knowledge. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.